What's up, my brothers? I know you probably don't want to hear this, but men are biologically programmed to simp. We are. As much as we like to rail on simps, as much as we like to go in on these weirdos, the fact of the matter is we are programmed biologically to simp. Now, of course, when you have knowledge, you can escape, quote unquote, escape from your base nature, but inherently, it's a part of us. It's what makes us who we are. You are biologically programmed to find value extrinsically, meaning you find value to what you can do. You find value from the outside world. You don't, as a man, you don't have intrinsic value. You are disposable. You are expendable. So, knowing this, you have to find value extrinsically, meaning how much money you make, how many resources you can pull in, what you can do for a woman. That's what you can bring to society, what you can contribute to society. And what most of us do, we wage slave. That's what we do. That's our contribution, and that's how we're programmed to be. Brothers, everything about us is about simping. We have to find approval from a woman. We have to find approval from society. We have to dig ourselves in an early grave because we have to work, we have to provide, we have to support. And the thing is, brothers, most men, we will never be able to escape that. And the thing is, the few men who can, the few men who are on monk mode or anything of that nature, they have to deal with, they have to be exiled, or some of them even, they kill themselves because of how brutal and lonely it is. Once you understand the true nature of your existence, the true nature of this world, it can be depressing. Now, if you have the mentality to where you can cope, the truth, but you can keep going, you can ignore it, or you can just keep going, you're lucky. But once you understand the true nature of this world, most dudes, they just fuck it, man. I can't deal with it. Either I'm going to exile myself, or I'm just going to rope. Now, thankfully for me, I have the mentality where I know the truth, but I'm going to just keep doing my thing. The thing is, brothers, we like to rail on the OnlyFans simps. We like to rail on the beta buxers. We like to do all these things. We like to rail against married men, even though I'm married. We like to rail against married men. We like to do all these things, but deep down, we're programmed to be simps. We are. There are very few among us who can detach themselves from their nature. Very few of us. I'm not one of them because I'm married. It is within our nature to do this. It's in our nature to sacrifice ourselves for the women and children. It's in our nature to be expendable. It's in our nature to provide and to want to protect. It's within us, and we can't shake it. Brothers, you want to know how much of a simp I am for my daughter? My daughter does this little thing with her nose, and she knows that it makes me laugh. She knows it brings me joy, it brings me happiness. My daughter is not even 2 years old yet, and she knows how to manipulate me, her father. And it's hard to not fall for it. That's how much of a simp I am for my own daughter. I cannot let her get away with this when she gets older because she needs strong, tough love from her father. I can't just bend to her every will. I can't do that. But even a father can be a simp for his daughter. It's within us, man. It's hard to shake. It's hard to combat. It's there. It's always going to be there. Even the most hardcore among us, that nature is still there, and they can slip up at any moment. Basically, every man is one blowjob away from symptom, from simpdom, or from being a simp. One blowjob away from being a simp. It's quite disappointing, but that's the nature of the beast. All right, brothers, peace.